Sometimes life feels like a long, dark tunnel. Sometimes we think the door we are knocking on will never open. But what if the door was just waiting for one more knock? This is the story of a boy who lost hope too soon and how patience changed everything. Aaron was a 14-year-old boy who lived in a small town. Quiet, soft spoken, always dreaming big, but always doubting himself. He loved drawing. Every free moment, he would sketch mountains, rivers, people, animals, as if the whole world lived inside his notebook. But there was one problem. No one believed in him, not his friends, who laughed and said, "Drawing will never give you a future." Not his teachers, who told him, "You need real skills," not cartoons. Even at home, his parents were busy with work. They cared for him, yes, but they never noticed the spark in his eyes when he picked up a pencil. Aaron slowly started to believe something dangerous. Maybe I'm not good enough. Every night, he looked at his sketches, and every night, he felt a little more doubtful. One day, the school announced an art competition. The winner's drawing would be displayed all year on the school wall. Aaron wanted to join. His heart whispered, "Try," but his fear shouted louder, "You will lose." Still, he gathered courage and drew a beautiful scene. A single door standing in the middle of a forest, glowing with light, as if inviting someone to step into a better world. It was his way of saying, maybe there's hope. But the night before the submission, something happened. He overheard two boys talking about him. "Bro, Aaron is joining the art competition. He really thinks he can win. He'll quit when he sees the others. Watch." Their words cut deep. Aaron felt embarrassed, ashamed, and very, very small. He tore his drawing, crumpled it, threw it away. Then he whispered to himself, "What's the point? No one believes in me anyway." That night, he didn't sleep. He just stared at his empty table, thinking he had failed before even trying. The next morning, an old drawing teacher, Mrs. Reyna, noticed Aaron sitting alone. She asked softly, "Where is your art, Aaron? Aren't you joining?" Aaron hesitated. His voice cracked as he said, "I gave up, ma'am. I'm not good enough." Mrs. Reyna looked at him for a long moment, not with disappointment, but with kindness. Then she said something that stayed with him forever. "A closed door never opens for those who walk away too soon." Aaron looked up. She continued, "Sometimes the door is not locked. It just needs one more knock. And sometimes just a little more patience." Her words felt like warm light entering a dark room. Mrs. Reyna reached into her bag and pulled out the crumpled drawing she had found in the trash. "You threw away something precious," she said, "but that does not mean it has lost its value." Aaron's eyes widened. She smiled. "Fix it. Try again. You're closer than you think." For the first time, someone believed in him, and that was enough. Aaron rushed home after school. He spread the torn drawing on his desk. The paper was wrinkled, lines were damaged, but he worked through the night, slowly, patiently, fixing every corner, redrawing every broken part. This time, his hand didn't shake. This time, he wasn't drawing to win. He was drawing to prove something to himself. When he finished, the sun was rising outside his window, and Aaron smiled for the first time in days. The next day, he submitted the drawing, quietly, without expectation, but with a heart that finally felt brave. A week later, the competition results were announced. Students gathered. Teachers stood on stage. Everyone waited. The principal opened the envelope. "The winner is Aaron Kumar, grade 8. Gasps, claps, smiles. But Aaron, he just stood there frozen. Mrs. Reyna gently nudged him forward. As he walked to the stage, the whole school cheered. For a boy who almost quit. A boy who almost lost hope too soon. From that day on, Aaron never stopped drawing. His work improved. His confidence grew. And more importantly, he never again gave up before trying. Years later, He became a professional illustrator, living the life he once thought was impossible. But whenever someone asked him how he made it, he always said the same line: "Patience opened the door I thought was locked." So, dear listener, maybe you are waiting for a door to open. Maybe you feel like nothing is changing and you're tired of trying. But remember, Aaron, remember this. Sometimes life tests our patience before giving us the reward. Sometimes the door opens right after we think it never will. Don't walk away too soon. Don't lose hope before the final moment. Your door may be one knock away,